Welcome to week 3 of the Unmask the Tactics campaign. This is a tobacco industry monitoring and response campaign here in Kenya. My name still remains Ogweno Stephen.
And I'm Oduor Kevin.
Right, so moving swiftly into day 1 of week 3 of this campaign. And in day 1, we were looking at spotting the tactic, learning the signs of tobacco marketing. In this day, we are starting with something very powerful, which is spotting the industry tactic. The tobacco and nicotine industry always are marketing, even when it doesn't look like marketing. The industry always uses subtle, smart, and sometimes very sneaky tactics to target young people. Think flavored products, bright colors, stylish packaging, and the ads that look like lifestyle posts. You'll find them in music videos, at events, in shops, near schools, and even in the memes. If something feels cool, trendy, or youthful about or around a tobacco product, then that is not an accident, it's a strategy. Our call to action on day 1 was that you have to start paying attention. Look around, online, offline, and in your social feeds. And if you spot the tactic, mention the tactic. Just being aware is already a form of resistance. And swiftly, we moved into day 2 of the campaign.
Okay, day 2 was about sharing the truth using our online voices. Now that we can recognize that there are tobacco industry tactics, it is time for us to talk about what we can do, which is about sharing the truth. One thing I must stress is that young people trust young people. Your voice carry power. And when you see misinformation about vapes and shisha, nicotine pouches, or cigarettes, you must speak up. Share accurate facts, debunk myths, and amplify content that protect public health. Use your digital influence intentionally. Your posts can save someone from starting a harmful habit. And so the call to action for day 2 of this week was to share one fact about tobacco or nicotine harm, because it could change someone's path.
In day 3, we looked at protecting your peers and calling out harmful promotions. Today, we are looking about each other. We know that peer influence is very, very real, but we also know peer protection is just as real. And so on this day, we focused on talking about tobacco marketing, and we realized that a lot of tobacco marketing today is pushed through influencers, sometimes paid and sometimes disguised as lifestyle content. When you see someone glamorizing smoking, vaping, shisha, or nicotine pouches, call it out respectfully. Ask yourself, who benefits from this content? And spoiler alert here is, it's always the industry, not the influencer and not the audience. Protecting your peers means refusing to let harmful products like tobacco be normalized. And therefore, our call to action for day 3 was that if you see an influencer-driven promotion, don't be silent. Comment, report, and share the truth. And this leads us straight into day 4, which was the last day of this week in the campaign.
Together we can outsmart the industry. That was the topic for day 4 of this week. The final day of this week talked about or focused on the tactics, the truth, and the need for us to protect each other. Now it's time for us to talk about teamwork. Now, the tobacco industry is powerful, and that is something that we must acknowledge. But young people, when they band together, they are even more powerful. Real change happens when we unite. Online movements, school campaigns, community actions, every share, every conversation and every call out really adds up. The goal isn't just about avoiding harm. It's about building a generation that is smarter than the tobacco and nicotine industry. And so the final call for this week was to keep learning, keep speaking out, and keep standing together. When we unite, we can outsmart the industry and protect our future as young people. And that was it for week 3 and day 4. We're gonna see you on the next one.